Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and we are excited to continue on with the second book of the Wax and Wayne series, Shadow of Self. And the story is going to continue on here as we left Wax and Wayne and Marcy and Steris. They were able to capture Miles' 100 Lives, the last book. And spoiler here, if you haven't read it, go back and read it, right? They're able to find out, Wax is able to deduce that Mr. Suit, a man who keeps showing up throughout the first book, is actually his uncle who has faked his death in order to assume a leadership position in this fledgling terrorist group called the Set. And so Mr. Suit is a mover and a shaker. He finances a lot of the things that Miles' 100 Lives was trying to do. And Wax is able to kind of see his hand and his sort of fingerprints on the robberies and things of that nature. Well, the second book begins, and Wax is struggling because, as was their agreement in the first book, Steris is planning their wedding. And so she is working on inviting people and filling up both sides of the aisle for their wedding. They're having discussions on what type of religious ceremony they're going to have, because both of them are from different religions. But Wax is able to be involved in the constabulary, and he's sort of like a special agent. They'll call him in when they need him, sort of a hands-on consultant, we could say. Well, Wayne and Marcy now are semi-partners, and Marcy is working at the constabulary. She's got her foot in the door. However, she's not really on the cases like she would like to be, and that's something that she's going to have to grow in. But the main plot is going to sort of arrive when Wax is led out of Ellendale. Essentially, Harmony begins communicating with him. And Wax is already a little bit of a critical man, but Harmony, and of course we know, being Sazed, is able to communicate to him through an earring that Wax wears in his ear. And Harmony has a problem, and I think this is a really cool aspect of the book and the story. Harmony's problem is that he cannot deny his nature. And at the end of the first era of Mistborn, the Hero of Ages, when Sazed took upon himself both shards, the shard of ruin and the shard of preservation, he has bound himself. And though he has a heart to help and to serve and to sacrifice, he also must acknowledge and act according to that side of his nature that is ruin. So he must have life and death, salvation and destruction, preservation and ruin in everything he does. And it's really hard on him because he doesn't want to have to destroy anything. He wants to create a world in which there is no death. But in that moment when he became Harmony, he must harmonize things. And so what we're gonna find as the reader is that Harmony has a task for Wax, because Wax is able to do things that Harmony is not able to do. And he's going to send Wax because there is an escaped individual whom needs to be found. This is a Khandra who is crazy, and that's what Wax is told. And they're concerned that this Khandra is going to go about and mess up the social order, do a lot of killing, a lot of destruction. And so Wax is sent to track down this Khandra and either bring it in or kill the Khandra. The Khandra themselves are very, very protective of their brothers and sisters, their family. and they would like Wax to essentially either take out one of the spikes that's in the Khandra or add a spike so that the number can be balanced and that Harmony can regain control of this Khandra. You'll remember from Era 1, that is how the Lord Ruler was able to control the Khandra, was through hemalurgy. Well, if there's a certain number of spikes in an individual, a metal inside an individual, it allows Harmony to assume control of their minds and bringing harmony back to it. Well, this is Wax's new job, and so the team gets together, the team begins to put a plan together, and they need to begin tracking down this rogue Khandra. There's some other things that are going on in Elendel. There's some political unrest, and the working class, the blue collar, is very frustrated that the nobles and the white collar individuals are just as corrupt, seemingly, as they've ever been. And Wax is growing more and more frustrated with that. So is Wayne, so is Marcy. And so Harmony sends them another Khandra, and she is very helpful. Milan is her name. And, I mean, pretty much immortal, can do everything that a Khandra can do. And so as a team, they're trying to track down this rogue Khandra, and they are trying to bring some type of calm and peace to Elendel because it's struggling. Corruption is happening. Insider trading is happening. A lot of economic ruin is happening because of greed and because of selfishness. And so you've kind of got the plot there, right? Well, when they identify and find this rogue Khandra, that's really when the story that we know so far, Wax and Wayne, from book 1 to book 2, is going to begin to come together. And the set that he was tracking and found out about in the first book, they're also going to have a hand in this. And it's just going to be interesting to see how Wax deals with his past and is able to move forward. At the end of the story, I won't tell you, of course, in this point, it's not going to be super big spoilers, but one of the beautiful things that happens is that through the revelation of things that occur, Wax and Steris are going to grow closer. So what began as just a contract for money and stability for both houses, the Harm House and the Ladrian House, develops into a true friendship. And that is really special to see. So I encourage you to check out the book, read the first one, and please check out the second book, Shadow of Self, and you're going to enjoy it. And so check it out. Let me know in the description, in the comments, what you enjoyed about it, and then anything else that you want to know. Well, what are you guys reading now? And we'll look forward to getting together in the next video. So thank you, and take care.